Welcome to the show. I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Elsie.
All right. So last time we were talking about Brilliant Time, which is it's like kind of a bookstore / library where people from Southeast Asia can read books in their mother tongues. So what do you think about this bookstore?
I think it's a really brilliant idea to open Brilliant Time. If I worked or lived in a country that doesn't speak my language, I would definitely want to read books written in my mother tongue. Yeah, and you?
I think it's actually a great idea. I think it's good that we see more diversity. So it's not just English and Chinese. We can also see things in Thai or Vietnamese and these other languages because we do see more and more people moving to Taiwan.
And also besides Brilliant Time, I know there's a bookstore that sells Japanese books in Breeze Center.
Ah, that's true.
Yeah.
I often forget about that one. But yes, we also have a really good, big Japanese community here as well. So I think it's good to see so much diversity.
Good, yes. So I think we have to go to our article for today and learn more about this brilliant bookstore.
Reading. Brilliant Time, Taiwan's Southeast Asian bookstore. Zhang encourages Taiwanese people to get involved in his aim to provide books for Southeast Asians who can't read Mandarin. He invites traveling Taiwanese people to bring books written in Southeast Asian languages back to the island. Zhang's mission began the same time he first had the idea for his bookstore. Since then, the support and the books have flooded in and helped keep Brilliant Time's bookshelves full. Zhang hopes many events and activities in Brilliant Time. There, Southeast Asians can listen to speakers, join reading groups, and even have movie discussions. These activities are open to Taiwanese people as well. This way, locals have the chance to learn more about other cultures. Zhang's efforts focus on one purpose: creating a space where immigrants and migrant workers in Taiwan can feel accepted and supported. In Zhang's eyes, creating a warm environment for these people is just the beginning. He hopes his bookstore and events encourage cultural connections between Southeast Asians as well as immigrants and locals.
All right, so our article first starts off with Zhang encourages Taiwanese people to get involved in his aim to provide books for Southeast Asians who can't read Mandarin. That's true. So when you encourage someone, it's a verb and it means to give your support or to give confidence or hope to someone. So for example, we can say, my mother encouraged me to learn more. So now I know 4 languages and karate.
Wow.
That's not
real?
true. No.
That's not true. That's just an example sentence.
Yeah.
I was so impressed when you were talking about it. Okay. Encourage. 动词鼓励，如果呢你把字首的 en 遮掉的时候呢，你看到是 courage， 它是名词勇气。那 encourage somebody to do something 就是鼓励某人去做某件事情。
Right. So like we said, it's really hard living in a country where you don't understand the language. So luckily, this bookstore is encouraging people to come out more and to make them feel more at home.
Have you experienced this kind of feeling before, living in a country that doesn't speak your language?
Actually, when I was younger, I had a tough time too moving back to Taiwan because I couldn't read anything. I couldn't really read Chinese. I couldn't really understand everyone. But luckily, everyone at school, all my classmates, encouraged me to practice Chinese. So now at least I can communicate with people and I know when people are making fun of me.
For you. Maybe Chinese will become as important as English in the future.
Oh, definitely.
So back to the article. How can Taiwanese people help Zhang with this goal?
Okay, well, the article says he invites traveling Taiwanese people to bring books written in Southeast Asian languages back to the island. Okay.
So instead of importing the books, Chang asks traveling Taiwanese people for help, see if they can bring books written in Southeast Asian language back to Taiwan. That is another brilliant idea that Chang came up with.
Yeah, it's a really good community where you're exchanging things. So next, the article says, Chang's mission began the same time he first had the idea for his bookstore. Okay, so he has a mission, or he had a mission, and a mission basically means a really important job or task. So this sentence just means Chang made this bookstore a very, very important job for him.
Mission 我们说是任务使命. Has Chang's mission succeeded? How many Taiwanese people have helped Chang with it?
Let's see. The article says, since then, the support in the books have flooded in and helped keep Brilliant Times bookshelves full. So that means a really, really good thing. When things flood in, it means that it's rising and it's becoming really popular.
It means that a lot of support and books have come into the bookstore.
Right. So let's take a look at our shortcut for you, actually, to learn more about this word.
Shortcut for you.
Vina, it's finally happening. I'm gonna be rich.
Rich? How?
I'm running an AMC kissing event. People can pay me $50 and I'll give them a kiss. The requests have been flooding in.
A flood? Is the bathroom broken again?
To flood in means to arrive in great numbers.
I see. So to flood in means 支持、关心等、涌入. There are lots of requests from people who will pay you for a kiss.
Yeah, check them out. Winnie, Celine, Sherry, both Emilys, Winnie again.
What? Let me see. Wait, Pat, did you read these properly?
Well, I looked at the names.
What's been flooding in are notes from people who will pay you $50 NT, so you don't kiss them.
Oh. Well, that's a shame. Well, I can still get rich. I notice nothing from you has come flooding in.
Here's my NT $50. Leave me alone.
Okay, the article then says Chang hosts many events and activities in Brilliant Times. So not only is he asking people to exchange books or just to go in to borrow books, there's actually a lot of activities as well. So it's really, really bringing people together. Now, an activity or activities here, it's a plural form. It's a noun and it means a recreational pastime. So something done for leisure and to help you feel relaxed. So for example, if you play baseball, when you play board games, or when you're reading a magazine, riding a bike, these are all activities. These are all things you do for fun and to make you feel relaxed.
Yes, activity 活动。字尾 y 去掉加上 ies 就是它的复数形 activities.
Right, and for example, we can also say the teachers arranged many activities for us to do during the 2-day camp.
Okay, so back to the article. Besides borrowing books from the bookstore, what activities can people do in there?
Okay, so the article says there, Southeast Asians can listen to speakers, join reading groups, and even have movie discussions. So I think a great thing about that is it's also in their language that they can understand so they can freely express themselves.
Only Southeast Asians can join the activities?
The article says these activities are open to Taiwanese people as well. So, cool. So Taiwanese people can join.
Yeah.
And it's in the end, it's a really great place to meet new people and to learn about other people's cultures.
Cool. So both Southeast Asians and Taiwanese people can join the activities. They can do language exchange in the bookstore maybe. And they can learn each other's language for free.
Next, the article also says, this way, locals have the chance to learn more about other cultures. All right, so if you're local, it means you're someone that lives in a particular place or you're someone from specific country.
Yeah.
So for example, if Elsie and I, we are considered locals because we are from Taiwan.
Yeah, locals 就是本地人、在地人。那这边用的是复数。If you're not locals, you are foreigners. 你就是外国人啦，外地人。我们说 foreigners, foreigners.
Right. The article then continues to say, Chang's efforts focus on one purpose, creating a space where immigrants and migrant workers in Taiwan can feel accepted and supported. So, an effort, here it's used as a noun, and it means a determined attempt. So, you put your work and you put a lot of energy into doing something to achieve a specific result. So, for example, Chang put a lot of work into creating this place so everyone can feel welcomed.
Effort 努力，它是一个名词，而且不可以数哦。If we put a lot of effort into something, it means we spend a lot of time working on the thing.
And we can also say, after putting a lot of effort into studying, Jennifer got 100 on her test. So
Tiffany, have you ever put a lot of effort into something?
I put a lot of effort into my work.
Good.
Yeah, I have a pretty
Same with me.
good worth ethic, I think. I always give 100%.
Yeah. So next the article says...
Okay, so the article says, in Chang's eyes, creating a warm environment for these people is just the beginning.
Oh, so he hopes... So next the article says, he hopes his bookstore and events encourage cultural connections between Southeast Asians as well as immigrants and locals.
So he doesn't want to just keep the bookstore as a place where you borrow books and you go read and have activities as well. He wants to, I think he has a bigger mission and he has a bigger vision to kind of make this even bigger than it already is.
He wants people to interact more in his library, in his bookstore.
So that's why he says he wants to encourage cultural connections. Because a connection, C-O-N-N-E-C-T-I-O-N, this is a noun and it means it's a relationship where a person or thing is related to something else. For example, the Olympics is a great example of building connections with people around the world because you're bringing people who love sports and you're bringing people from other countries so they can all relate and bond over sports.
So connection 是名词连结的意思，那它也可以等于 link 这个字 L-I-N-K。那它的动作呢，同学们要记得是 connect C-O-N-N-E-C-T connect. We can say connect A with B， 将 A 跟 B 做连结。好，接下来呢，刚 Tiffany 老师有提到 sports， right？ 运动。You know what? Taiwan is definitely an international country. For example, we have different kinds of foods, from Eastern kinds to Western ones that we mentioned. Also, we hold world events very often. Like in 2017, there will be a huge international sports event held in Taipei, Taiwan. Do you know what it is?
I think I've seen the advertisements for around Taipei. I'm not sure if this is English or if it's a different language, but I believe it's called Universiade.
Yeah, Universiade. Like the 29th Summer Universiade.
Yeah.
In Chinese, we say 世大运, 世界大学运动会. Yes. So I think this is also a connection to bring people together. Yeah. In the area of sports.
Yeah, actually, this is the first time I heard of this event as well. Because I remember a few years ago, Taiwan hosted the Paralympics. So I remember it was quite international as well. People from all over the world came over to compete with each other. And I think it's fun to see events like this happen in Taiwan.
Yeah, and I just came up with something. I thought of a floral exposition.
Oh, yes.
You remember that one?
The floral exposition. It was about, how many years ago was that? I forgot.
Maybe 3 years, maybe 4 years. Yeah, so
but that one was also huge as well.
Yeah, and international too.
And it definitely, I think, connected a lot of people together. And not only was it just about, admiring beautiful flowers, but I think it also connected people with, nature and preservation and taking care of our earth as well.
So what do you think? Do you think Taiwan is an international country?
It's really international now.
No, we have the bookstore.
Yeah.
And we have different kinds of foods and sports events. friends.
Yeah, people are more open actually. Because when I first moved back, I thought Taiwan was quite conservative. But after I think, 10 years, I think a lot has changed. And it's changed for the better.
We're really open-minded now, I think.
Yeah, it's good.
For young generations.
Yes, it's very good.
Okay, so I think we are running out of time here. So stay with us and we'll go to our For You chat.
For You chat.
All right, so our For You chat for today is, what is one culture you would like to learn more about? How would you like to do this?
What is the culture that I want to learn more about? Maybe Korean culture? I don't know. I'm not really interested in Korean culture, but I think their pop music, their soap operas are so famous, and also food are so international, and people around the world like it. So I think I want to learn more about it to see why people like it. Yeah.
For me, I have a lot of places that I want to learn about because I really like to travel and I like to learn about other people's cultures. One that I really admire is the Japanese culture. I really love how it's, I don't know, they really do a great balance of something very modern, but also keeping nature and keeping everything preserved. So if you go to, let's say,
Kyoto,
it's also a very modern city, but at the same time, you see all these beautiful buildings that have been around for thousands of years. So I like that balance of, Zen and being really peaceful and appreciating nature. I do like that, and I like the food and, their kimonos and stuff.
So
I think it's fun.
Yes. Have you been to Japan a lot?
I've only been to Tokyo, but I really want to visit Kyoto because it's more traditional.
You have to visit Kyoto. I have been there and it's really traditional.
Did you wear the kimonos?
No, I didn't. I couldn't have time to buy it. I was trying to.
Yeah, it's fun. I think it looks fun. I would like to try it.
And there are a lot of temples for you to visit.
Yes, and the food.
And Kyoto is in, I think, Daban. We say,
Is it Osaka?
Osaka, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's close by.
So Osaka is a really modern city. But if you go to Kyoto, wow, it's totally different.
Yeah, I like seeing these kind of differences. And I like how people can learn how to appreciate the nature and to preserve it well.
Yeah.
So I like Japanese culture. And I also want to learn more about Spanish culture as well. I think it's really fun. Yeah.
Why is it attractive to you?
I think it's really vibrant. Yeah. Vibrant is the way I describe it. It's very
passionate.
Yes, they're very passionate people. So I think it's a lot of fun. All right. So I think that's all the time that we have for today. Think about our For You chat and think about what culture you would like to learn more about.
And discuss with your friends.
And we'll see you guys next time. I'm Tiffany.
I'm Elsie. Goodbye.
Bye.
Brilliant Time, Taiwan's Southeast Asian bookstore. Zhang encourages Taiwanese people to get involved in his aim to provide books for Southeast Asians who can't read Mandarin. He invites traveling Taiwanese people to bring books written in Southeast Asian languages back to the island. Zhang's mission began the same time he first had the idea for his bookstore. Since then, the support and the books have flooded in and helped keep Brilliant Time's bookshelves full. Zhang hopes many events and activities in Brilliant Time. There, Southeast Asians can listen to speakers, join reading groups, and even have movie discussions. These activities are open to Taiwanese people as well. This way, locals have the chance to learn more about other cultures. Zhang's efforts focus on one purpose: creating a space where immigrants and migrant workers in Taiwan can feel accepted and supported. In Zhang's eyes, creating a warm environment for these people is just the beginning. He hopes his bookstore and events encourage cultural connections between Southeast Asians as well as immigrants and locals.
Vocabulary Review.
Encourage. The basketball coach encouraged his team to communicate more during games. Mission. Your mission is to break into the enemy base. Activity. Ellen participated in many activities at summer camp, including fishing, swimming, and painting. Local. I'm glad I speak this country's language so that I can talk with the locals here. Effort. If you want to improve, you're going to have to put in more of an effort. Connection. After Izzy moved, she tried to make connections with the other people in her new town.